Hi, I'm Tinny from Mini Bowl Design. Today I'm back out in the factory. Didn't have a lot of orders this morning. In fact, I actually didn't have any orders this morning, which is more than a little uncommon. But it does happen, and usually it's followed by a lot of orders. So I decided today to finish up my beer can ring project, and I got my beer can rings all made. So that's cool. In the process, I changed a couple of things. I had a eye gauge mount on the sending unit down on the lathe that had a little bit of slop in it, and I was getting a 5,000 snowman in one direction or the other. So I stopped, found that, and tightened that up. I've increased the inside taper to make things slide by the ring smoother. I have increased the taper on the outside to make the lid index better. There's several things I've done to these rings to improve them. It was time to I had a lot of time on my hands, and I just took the time to really, I'm cutting at a different speed now. I've changed a couple of techniques besides the design a little bit, and the rings are, every single one of these rings, when I finish putting them in the secondary lathe, the finishing lathe, and tapering the edges and polishing them, I take them out, wipe them down with a paper towel, and try them actually in a beer can to make sure the fit is perfect, and I do it to every single one of them. So, that's where we are on that. And I've got another week's supply piled up there, maybe more, maybe 2 weeks, who knows. Depends. Sometimes you sell all kinds of them, sometimes you don't sell any, sometimes they all go out in beer can pots. So, views on the YouTube videos are going back down again, which means I'm not as interesting as I was a while ago. But see, if I talk about this type of stuff, everybody that's interested in machine work and beer can pots watches, and the people that are interested in just backpacking don't watch. On the other hand, if I go out in the woods and boil water and use my stoves, the people that are interested in stoves and maybe backpacking will watch. But the people that are interested in cats and life in Maine and machining and won't watch. Then I have the touring bike, the people who tour on bicycles, who are basically just interested in gear, stoves, pots, and things like that. And that's another aspect. I don't see at the present time how to make videos that are going to draw in all the different groups, because I've come to the conclusion that I'm dealing with several different distinct groups of people, and every now and then I'll make a video that everybody will be interested in, and I'll get, which is not a lot, but I'll get 500 views, which is my target. It's 500 views on any one video. Of course, I get a lot of views on the old videos from the other channel, but I'm looking at any video I post, I'd like to get 500 views on it, and a lot of them I don't. The other day I was talking to somebody who follows YouTube a little closer than me, and he told me that basically if you don't have 1 million subscribers or thereabouts, and you're not getting, 100,000 hits a day, you're basically nobody on YouTube. Well, I already knew I was nobody on YouTube. A very, very small group of people that follow me, maybe, 300 on a regular basis, that watch every single video, and then the rest of them are hit and miss depending on what I'm doing. Now, I could do some really outrageous stuff here and probably go viral, but I'm not that cheap. Okay? It's not that cheap. I don't want to do things like that. So, this YouTube thing is, it's fun for me. And the only reason I continue it is twofold. One is it's fun. I enjoy doing this because all my friends are right here. I'm talking to all my friends right now. Friends in the area are few and far apart because my interests and their interests are so different in their view on things, you know, that we have nothing in common. And I start talking to them and I immediately, you know, can see that they're just watching my lips move. They don't understand half what I'm saying. Without the internet, it made me understand that without the internet, basically you live in a cave, bottom line, you know. As far as advertising goes, you know, beer can rings, all the stuff I sell, if it wasn't for the internet, probably nobody would even know I was here. There would be no sense in advertising in the local newspaper or anything because I almost never sell anything to somebody in Maine. Occasionally, but it's way less than 1% of the sales. So I'm not sure how I would get Mini Bull Design out to the world if it wasn't for the internet. And if it wasn't for YouTube, I'm not sure how a person would do that. So I'm very thankful for YouTube, even though they have, on occasion, treated me badly, to say the least. But that's where I stand there. And I know that these videos are getting a little stodgy, a little uninteresting, repetitious, sometimes too specific on one subject. But it is what it is, and I am who I am, and I'm doing the best I can. I did meet a person yesterday that lives just up the road from me that I found out we have a lot in common, and he will become a real good friend. I'm going to start visiting him and just talking to him because he's such an enjoyable guy to talk to. And so it's been raining and been crazy humid, a lot of rain. Today it's supposed to be better. Tomorrow is supposed to be a sunny, dry day. Today it was raining a little while ago, but it's supposed to more or less clear up, and we're supposed to get a bike ride in today, but they're scheduled to grade the road pretty soon, and when they do, you won't be rideable for a week. So the bike riding part of it is slowly dying off. The weather's going to start cooling down here pretty soon, and they grade the road, and the weather's not cooperating. So I think my bike riding career for the summer is starting to erode. Although I got in a huge amount. Sue and I rode bike more this summer than we ever have. We got in a few thousand miles. I mean, we just really rode it hard. Well, okay, I've babbled on enough. I'm going to, I think I'm going to go to the dump. I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design. Try to have a really great day. Try to have some fun today. You deserve it. Bye-bye.